Thanks for that, Louisa. It's really great for everyone to be able to see the platform in action. So we've covered the basics and we've looked around the account, so what's next? Well, let's look at an approach to growing your players and getting you to that £1,000. So the first thing to say is if you're a professional marketer or fundraiser, then this might feel a little bit like we're telling you things that you already know. You might want to keep watching though and see how we approach this at the Giving Machine, but we're sure you'll have some amazing thoughts and ideas to build on the basics we're providing here. For everybody else who isn't a professional marketer or fundraiser, then keep watching because we'll go through the basics of how to create a plan and move forward. So first up, we want to start by creating a simple marketing strategy. At its core, this means working out who you want to talk to about your lottery, working out how you want to reach them and get the word out, and then working out what to say to them to get them to want to play your lottery. It's worth remembering that how you reach each of those audiences might vary from different types of people. You might use different mechanisms and techniques. Once we have our strategy, we need a simple plan to secure quick growth to £1,000 or 27 players, and then identify how we maintain and uplift those numbers so that the lottery becomes a significant and regular source of unrestricted income. So let's think about the who. We're going to spend a bit of time just thinking about who all of your audience might be, and we'll start with the supporters. So this isn't just the people who might donate to you right now, but these might be people who follow you on socials, or maybe they receive your newsletter, or maybe you've got a membership model, or perhaps you hold events where you attract a lot of different attendees and you network with a lot of people. What about any other major corporates or donors that you have? So really take the time to think about anybody who's currently supporting the work that you do. Beyond your supporters, start to identify who else might be interested in supporting you further by thinking about your trusted network. So do you have a volunteer base that you could reach out to? And then think about your own internal and extended team, so your trustees or any board advisors and any staff that you currently have. The lottery is independently run, so all of your staff and volunteers and board members, they're all eligible to play and they're all eligible to win the prizes. Then start to think a little bit deeper. What about any partners or suppliers? And you can think far and wide with this one. So this can cover anyone from service delivery partners to referral partners, maybe operational suppliers or technical suppliers. Remember that these organisations often then have employees, so they might be able to pass information on to their employees and again make your supporter base even wider. And again, why not ask your team to reach out to their own friends and family and see if they'd like to play the lottery for you. Finally, you might want to consider any beneficiaries or clients you work with. Now, this might not always be appropriate depending on the type of work that you do, but don't forget to consider them before you discount them. So we've got the who. Now, how do we reach them? So this is likely to really vary by audience, so how you communicate with volunteers might be very different to how you communicate with supporters or partners, which is then probably different again to how you communicate with internal teams and trustees. So for each audience, just take a moment to think about what might be the best way to reach them. So often it might be digitally through socials, which are quick and easy and repeatable, or maybe on your website, which can be permanently visible in a menu or a footer, or maybe a prominent call to action, a button on your donation page, or even via your newsletters. So newsletters are great as they often give you a chance to say a little bit more about what the funds will be spent on, but also take time to think about some of the less immediately obvious ways, such as including information in your email signature or displaying a QR code, maybe in the building or at an event. And then finally, don't forget about the non-digital channels as well. So maybe using a notice board or flyers. It's particularly good for schools or community organisations where people are coming in and out of buildings. And then flyers can also be taken to events that you attend to. And then why not add something to your business cards, and don't be afraid to actually call someone too. Like if you're speaking to people regularly and you've got permission to do so, then why not give them a quick call and let them know that you've started this and would they be interested in supporting you. Okay, so we've thought about the who and we've considered the how, but now what? What do we say? This is where your knowledge of your audience plays the most important part. So we can give you some guidance on the core elements you might want to include and what we've seen has worked before, but you'll know best how to tailor that to your tone of voice and communicate in a way that sounds most like you and will land well with your audience. So we suggest you think a little bit about the context before you start. So making a difference and behaving charitably genuinely makes people feel happy. So remember to set the scene and remind people that yes, this is a lottery where they can win, but your cause also benefits from each and every ticket sale. So just being part of the team and playing the game is already making a huge difference to your cause. A good template might look something like this. Remind the reader why what you do matters. Loyal supporters won't mind a reminder, and new supporters will appreciate the context. Then be clear on how the funds from the lottery will help you be more impactful. What practical difference could this income make to your cause? And then finally, tell them what you want them to do and remind them how it might also benefit them. Effectively, by signing up, they might win a significant prize, and even if they don't, they're already making a huge difference to your cause. So as an example, a day centre for the elderly community might say something like this. Example Day Centre provides a place where the elderly community can meet informally and make connections with others in the area. Our members are so grateful for the opportunity to make friends and feel less isolated. Funds raised by ticket sales and our lottery ensure we always have a space, tea, coffee and biscuits available for everyone who needs our support. You can help us by playing our weekly lottery from as little as £1 a week and be in with a chance of winning up to £25,000. Then you'd include the link or a QR code, and then don't forget to sign off with a thank you. So it's really important to not forget about your existing players though. The key to the success of the Giving Lottery is not just about recruiting new players, but it's also about retaining the loyal ones you already have. People appreciate the feedback loops so that they can connect their actions with the impact it actually has to your cause. So be sure to keep in touch with your existing players to thank them. The fact that they're regularly buying a ticket really matters to you, so be sure to tell them how grateful you are. Give them an example of what you've done with their funds. This provides a real tangible benefit to their actions and allows them to realise the difference their involvement makes. Celebrate successes. Tell them about any winners you've had since you last thanked them. People want to see that they've got a real chance of winning, so make sure you feedback on that. Remind them about the bolt-on prizes. If people's tickets are about to run out, or if they really want the prize, this might encourage them to renew or buy extra tickets even. And then finally, ask them to share. If every player could recruit another player, imagine how powerful and impactful that would be. So again, an example for our day centre for the elderly community might say something like this. As you know, Example Day Centre provides a place where the elderly community can meet informally and make connections with others in the area. Thanks to you playing our lottery, our members benefited from a special Easter lunch this month with entertainment from a local choir. Their smiles make us smile, so we really appreciate your role in making this happen. Thank you. This month we've had 3 winners, with one person winning £250. And did you know this April you'll be in with a chance to win an iPhone 15 Pro Titanium, the lightest, strongest iPhone ever with the most advanced iPhone camera system yet. Just make sure you have your tickets before Saturday the 27th of April to be in the super draw. Why not share our lottery page and encourage others to support us too? And again, include the link, the QR code, and then thank them. And here's a couple of other top tips when you're thinking about how to communicate and how to market your lottery. So you can buy lottery tickets as gifts, and you can have that ticket support your cause directly. So this might be something you could use as a prize in a competition or a thank you to a volunteer. Equally, you can ask your partners to do this, either for their employees or maybe for their customers. This helps raise awareness of your lottery, and it can then result in the person who received the gift maybe converting and becoming a lottery player themselves. Encourage your supporters to select recurring card payment when they sign up. This avoids them having to remember to keep buying tickets. And then why not get a chart up on the wall to remind you of your target and then update it monthly with how you're progressing. It's always good to see that you're moving in the right direction. And finally, remember, if you tag us in any social posts, we'll be sure to reshare them and help promote your posts. So go ahead and tag us in anything that you're doing for promoting your lottery. So let's sum up a bit of what we've covered today. So number 1, get ready. Do all the prep work you need before you start marketing. So decide on who's going to be the main person looking after your account. Sign up as a player and ask a couple of the board members to sign up too. Get the ball rolling so that when you start to market, people can really see that others are involved. Set yourself your first target. We recommend aiming for 27 players within the first 3 months. Number 2, get set up. Get logged into your account and review the dashboard and marketing materials and make sure you really know your way around. And then remember to reach out if you do get stuck or you need any further information on how to use the dashboard. Number 3, get informed. Creating your marketing plan. So this is all about the who, the how, the what and the when. So work out who you can contact by thinking about all the people you have any communication with. Look at the ways in which you can reach each of the different audiences, remembering how they might be different for different types of people. Decide on what you want to say. Use your knowledge of your audience to inform the best way to communicate your message. And then once you've managed and mapped that out, then create a plan of which audience you will target when. And you can maybe keep that plan alongside your fundraising target that we talked about earlier. Number 4, get going. So this is all about executing the plan. You've done all the hard work really. Now you just need to keep talking to audiences, check in on the portal and see how many people are joining. By targeting people at different points, then you should be able to see what's working and what's not and what is causing you to get an increase in players when you keep checking back in on your dashboard. And then number 5, get celebrating. This is all about keeping those players engaged and celebrating your successes. So this is the successes of the players and of you as a charity. So what have you been able to do with your first payment, for example? And then don't forget to promote those bolt-on prizes and see if you can encourage existing players to buy an extra ticket or 2 to win the prize. And that's it really. We hope that you found the video useful and that it's inspired you to start recruiting some players for your lottery. If you do have any questions or you'd like to receive a copy of the slide deck, then just email us at support@givinglottery.org.uk. Thanks for watching and good luck.